Alban, so typically I start these interviews off by saying welcome to Bohs, but here's a rare moment where that doesn't quite apply. You've been part of the club for a year now, working with our under-17s women's team, and you're now taking the step up to take charge of the senior team. Can I get your immediate feelings on that and what your thought process is on making that move?
It's great, it's fantastic, an honour and a privilege actually to be part of the first team, to be part of this club, Bohs, and the history that goes with it, so amazing.
This isn't your first senior managerial job in the league, of course. You were previously with Treaty United. Your last game with Treaty you actually ended up being against Bohemians, which is kind of funny now. After having that taste of senior football, has the hunger been there this whole time to want to go back into the senior division?
Yes, rightly so. Obviously that hunger never leaves you. In reality, I wanted to be there last year. A couple of opportunities didn't happen, but here we are.
So as mentioned already, you were of course our under-17s coach this year, so you'll already have some familiar base there with a lot of the senior team. I'm sure you know them and they know you. Even some of your 17s players would have featured with the first team this year. Obviously they would have trained with them during the week, but then the likes of Sophie Clark would have played for the senior side in our solidarity match against Palestine. Do you feel as though having that base already with some of the players will kind of ease the transition now and kind of give you a familiar base to work off when you go in?
Yes, I definitely think so. Obviously, you know, you've got the understanding of the club values. You know, the players from a 17s perspective, knowing the players from 19s, which would have come down to play certain games for us. Some of our players would have played with the 19s throughout the season, and the transition becomes a lot easier from that perspective.
So one of the big things that Ken and Alan did last year obviously was bringing some of the youth players through and trusting the youth players in the senior side. The average age of the senior squad last year was just 21 years of age. I'd imagine with your background with Bohs 16s, Bohs 17s, Peamount 19s, that bringing youth through to the senior team is something that you really want to implement now as a senior manager.
Indeed, we're looking forward to building the pathways at the club, you know, building the academy and give young players a chance actually, you know, to not only attend training sessions but to develop them, you know, to reach the potential of playing for the first team. So that will be an occurrence going forward.
And of course, then I just mentioned Ken and Alan there briefly about last season. You have retained Alan as your assistant manager for this year, and I can say personally I'm very glad to see Alan stay on. I think he's a great man with a lot of knowledge and a lot to offer to the team. How did the conversation with Alan go, and how important is it that you have him alongside you now for 2025?
It's very important actually, because Alan has already the connection with the team. He's trusted within the team, and as you said, he's a nice fella. He's very knowledgeable, a very good coach, and actually I will be counting on Alan, you know, to help me out going forward.
So I know that the news is quite fresh and that you've kind of just found out about being given the role. Have you kind of had a chance yet to kind of think about what some of your goals and targets may be for the year ahead?
Well, listen, definitely, you know, we would want to do better than last year. That's a given. You know, we would like to see the progression, you know, of the team going forward. So, you know, that's a definite target for me personally and the team.
And finally then, if you were just to give one message to the club and to the fans, what would that be?
First and foremost, I would like to thank Pat and the board for entrusting me with this role. And to the fans, we're looking forward to see you next year.
Thanks, Alban, and good luck.
Thank you.